My name is Bush Mama Africa. I'm from Oakland, California. I'm 39 years old. Currently, my occupation is a homemaker and an artist. I usually do acrylic painting, but now my medium of choice is mixed media and collage.
Okay, how would your followers describe your work?
Uh, I use a lot of black images, and one of the recurring themes is lips. Like if you look around this room that we're in, a lot of the artwork shows a lot of black faces and with huge lips. And I think the reason I do that is because I don't feel like there's enough positive images of black people in this country. I think we have a lot of negative images, but not enough positive. So that's kind of what my artwork does, is put more positive, reaffirming issues of what we have. Some of us do have dark skin and big lips and big eyes and, voluptuous bodies, and those are the things that I want to show in a beautified way, so we can glorify that like we glorify everything else.
Defining moment as an artist.
My defining moment was when someone actually wanted to give me money for my work. Prior to that, I've been creating just for myself, just for my own pleasure and my own release. Someone else said, "I want that. I'm giving you money for this."
Mm-hmm.
That kind of changed things for me. That other people see what I'm doing as valuable. Now I see what is valuable to me,
Mm-hmm.
but that other people see it as valuable to them. That's a defining moment for me.
Wow. How did that affect your work?
It made me feel prouder about it. It made me get a little bit less critical. I've always been kind of overly critical about my work, to the point where I'm like, okay, it's good enough for me to look at it and hang it, but not for other people to take it and hang it. I don't need to have an exhibit. I'll just do it and keep it. And now I'm like, hey, I want to show it now.
What would you call the piece that you've created under the topic of goals and dreams?
I call it Sugar Tit, and it comes under my goals and dreams. Cause the goal that I have is to bring more awareness to how women have suffered during slavery around their breasts and how it was used for pleasure and nurturing of others and not for ourselves. And my mission is to reclaim that. It's to claim it and to own it and to take the power that was taken away from us and to regain it back.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole purpose behind this piece. I just want to see more women feel empowered. It's a major goal. It's women's empowerment, and I think for Black women especially, it's taken a long time for us to regain that power, and a lot of it has to do with past life stuff.
Yeah.
And for those of us who, in our past lives, were housemaids, who were wet nurses, who were slave masters, concubine, those of us who were those things, that stuff still lives within us. We have to purge and deal with that stuff on a daily basis, and we don't realize that it comes out in our day in that same way. It kind of forged in through the work.
How would you describe it to someone who couldn't see?
To someone who couldn't see, I would say, think naps of hair, think naked breasts, think erect nipple, think slave ship, think slave quarters, think healing bond, think love, think pain, think reclaiming, think joy. Even though I'm putting some really harsh images in here, I also have an image of two women just kind of reaching out and accepting life and kind of an expression of joy of saying that, yeah, we were, but now I am. So, we have to come to a point where, yeah, we all have suffered, but there's a time also for healing too. And so I think that we need to show full circle how that can come about, how we can come from one thing that's very negative and to turn around and embrace those things and come back to loving oneself in a very joyful manner.
Can you describe experiences or stories that inspire this piece?
Yeah, I think of what it feels like to actually nurse my own babies. It's a wonderful and joyous feeling. It's an exhausting feeling. Just knowing of stories of other people who can't nurse, and knowing what that's like and what that feels like. It was a privilege. It was a privilege to give my baby my milk, and just enjoying that process and knowing that everyone doesn't get to participate or enjoy the same.
Could you describe your hometown, the people, experience, and sights?
Well, I live in Oakland. It's a vibrant city. It's more town-like than a big major city, but that's the good thing about it. There's a hominess, a warmness here. There's a very strong and vibrant community that people can be a part of. I see people weave in and out of, and I think that's accepted. That you can go and come back, and go and come back, and come in and be present, or step back and participate in a more, observant kind of way. I love that about Oakland. There's a lot of different cultures here, which I love to just take in and participate in. And so yeah, that's Oakland in a nutshell.
If you had the power to change the world, where would you begin?
With peace, the lack of it, in the places where it's less, I would start there. Implement peace there. I would make joy a requirement.
Like,
Like every day you must have joy.
do you have any favorite quotes or words that you live by?
Live for love.
Live for love.